Welcome to the .NET MAUI Smart Scheduler tutorial. Using Syncfusion.NET MAUI Smart Scheduler, you can manage appointments through natural language interactions. The Smart Scheduler understands context and availability, detects conflicts, suggests available time slots, and summarizes schedules, making scheduling simple and conversational. In this video, I will show you how to integrate the Syncfusion.NET MAUI Smart Scheduler with an AI service. I will also demonstrate how to display predefined appointments and add suggested prompts in the Assist View panel. Before you begin, ensure you have installed the latest version of Visual Studio 2026 with the required .NET MAUI workload. You should also have one of the .NET SDKs installed on your machine. After installing the necessary tools, launch Visual Studio 2026 and click Create a New Project on the dashboard. From the list of project templates, select the .NET MAUI application and provide the project name and location. Next, create a project with the .NET 10 framework. The default application is now ready to use. Before moving forward, let me set up the application's environment. I select the Android emulators from the list to view the output in the Pixel 5 emulator. Next, I will run the application to show the default output. The application compiles the default code in a few seconds. Now, the application's homepage is displayed. To incorporate the Smart Scheduler component into the application, I need to install the Syncfusion MAUI Smart Scheduler NuGet package. So, I open the NuGet package manager and switch to the Browse tab. I search for the Syncfusion MAUI Smart Scheduler package. Select it, and then install it in my project. After the package is installed, I need to register the Syncfusion core handler to map the cross-platform control API to the native View API. I open the MAUI program CS file and add the Syncfusion MAUI core hosting namespace. Then, I register the handler by adding the configure Syncfusion core method. Registering a trial license key is necessary to use Syncfusion MAUI controls. So, I open the app.xaml CS file and add the register license method with the trial license key. To find out where to generate it, please refer to the instructions link in the description below. Next, I navigate to the main page XAML file to initialize the control. I remove the default code from the content page section and import the Syncfusion MAUI Smart Scheduler namespace. Then, I initialize the SF Smart Scheduler control. You can see the scheduler displayed along with the Assist button. To book an appointment using the AI service, I begin by installing the Azure AI OpenAI package. I open the NuGet package manager and search for the Azure AI OpenAI NuGet package. Select it, and then install it in my project. In this example, I'm using Azure OpenAI, but you can use any chat completion service. If you decide to use Azure OpenAI, make sure that you have access and have configured deployment through the Azure portal. To securely authenticate the Azure services without storing API keys, I install the Azure Identity NuGet package. Additionally, I install the Microsoft Extensions AI OpenAI package to enable seamless AI integration into the application, and the Microsoft Extensions AI package, which provides unified interfaces for interacting with AI services. Once these packages are installed, I return to the MAUI program CS file. I import the Syncfusion MAUI Smart Components hosting namespace and register the configure Syncfusion AI services method. Next, I set up the Azure OpenAI configuration by defining the Azure endpoint URL, the deployment name of the model, and the API key. These values are essential for connecting to Azure OpenAI. Using this data, I create an Azure OpenAI client instance, retrieve a chat client for the specified deployment, convert it into an iChat client, and then register it with the MAUI dependency injection container. Once the application loads, I open the Assist View panel and book an appointment. As you can see, the appointment is booked successfully. Similarly, you can book any number of appointments. You can also delete an existing appointment and add a new appointment in that same time slot. As shown here, the appointment has been updated successfully. Now, I try to book an appointment at a time when another appointment is already scheduled. You can see a message is displayed indicating that the selected time slot is already booked. You can also check available time slots and book an appointment. Now, the appointment has been scheduled. Finally, you can use the AI summarization feature to get an overview of all scheduled appointments and quickly understand what has been planned. To add predefined appointments to the scheduler, I first create a view model class. In this class, I define a collection property to store the scheduler appointments. Inside the constructor, I initialize the collection. Here, I have created 5 appointments, each with a defined start time, end time, subject, and background color. Next, I open the main page XAML file and set the binding context of the page to an instance of the view model. Then, within the SF Smart Scheduler control, I bind the appointment source property to the appointments collection. As a result, the predefined appointments are now displayed in the scheduler. Lastly, I will demonstrate how to display suggested prompts in the Assist View panel. I navigate to the View Model class and create a property to store the suggested prompts. In the constructor, I initialize a list of predefined prompts to be shown in the Assist View panel. Next, I move to the main page XAML file to configure the Assist View settings. Within the SF Smart Scheduler control, I define the Assist View settings property and add the Scheduler Assist View settings element. I then bind the suggested prompts property to the corresponding collection defined in the view model. To display a banner at the top of the Assist View, I set the Show Assist View Banner property to true. Then, I define the Assist View Banner template property and add a data template. Inside the template, I create a grid layout and apply spacing around the banner. I also set a background color to make the banner visually distinct. Within the grid, I add a label control to display a welcome message. I center the text horizontally and customize its appearance by setting the text color, font size, and font attributes. Now, I open the Assist View panel, and you can see the suggested prompts displayed. When I select a prompt, the AI processes the request and displays the corresponding response. Let me wrap up this video. You have learned how to integrate the Syncfusion.net MAUI Smart Scheduler with an AI service. You have also learned how to display predefined appointments and add suggested prompts in the Assist View panel. If you want to see this example's working code, download it from the GitHub link in the description below. I have also included a link to check if you qualify for our community license, which gives you a free license key for all our .NET MAUI controls. If you found this video helpful, click the like button and subscribe to our channel to watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.